Welcome, everybody, to another episode of the Internationally podcast. Before we start, let me talk a little bit about the podcast. So, the Internationally podcast is going to be a space where different international students, prospective ones, as well as current international students, could get a glimpse about the life of international students in the US or abroad. This week, I am joined by my very dear friend Wasila. Welcome to the show, Wasila.
Hi, Ruth. Thank you for having
Hi.
me today.
Of course, I am so excited about this conversation. So before we delve into that, I'm gonna introduce you. So Wasila is from Ghana and came to the United States as an international student. She graduated from Smith College with a degree in engineering and a minor in the Arabic language. She's currently working as an assistant consultant for the electrical department at KW Mission Critical Engineering. Would you like to add more to your bio, my dear friend?
I think you've said everything right now, except my boring life.
It's not boring.
So I think interesting going on in my life, and I'm international student. I graduated last year. So I'm currently living in Troy, New York, upstate. Very quiet and nice place to be. So I'm kind of discovering myself at this moment.
Well, I'm glad, and I hope the self-discovery continues throughout.
Amen.
Amen. Alrighty. So, as the topic of this episode is dealing with loneliness, what is the first thing that comes to your mind when you hear the word loneliness?
No family and friends around.
That's probably the basic definition.
Basically, it's just you. Even at work, you don't even talk much with people because it wasn't something that you thought of. Even like going to female women college, you're always stuck with women, and then now you are plunged into an area with just men, especially in the engineering field. So it's kind of a challenge for you to even make friends with the other gender. And then the new environment you find yourself, you become introvert and you don't even go out. So it's basically you waking up from bed, going to work, keeping quiet all day, come back home, not see even a family member or friend, and then sleep and start the whole cycle again. So that is basically what is going on.
Yeah. So even for me personally, when I think about loneliness, especially in the context of being an international student in college, so we both went to the same, college, and I remember actually, I was the ISP leader when you came in. I still specifically remember that the first time I met you, and so okay, I'm gonna sidetrack now. So the I was supposed to talk about loneliness. I'm just so excited about this. Okay, so loneliness for me, as an international student in college, I think it's very tricky because, as you said, the traditional and classical example of lonely, no family and friends around you. But at the same time, I also think that you can be lonely even when you're surrounded with people. And, there's that level of, and I don't know where that's from. Maybe that's because you're not used to spending so much time by yourself, being comfortable in your own skin. But I have found myself, I was surrounded by friends in college, but I still found myself, feeling lonely during those, hard times in college. Do you relate to that?
Based on that, I would say there are two types of loneliness right now. That is, there's loneliness when you're among people, as you said, yet you feel very isolated, and there's loneliness that there's no one around and it's just you trying to entertain yourself, trying to go through day by day. And I do really relate to both of them. In college, when I was a junior, all my friends kind of wanted to go and stay abroad, so they all left. And now I am among people. I am with people like students. I go to school. I know a lot of people, but then the people I have confidence in have all left. So now I have to build up again. and develop new relationships and
Mm-hmm.
try to stay like be sane for a year before my friends comes back,
Yeah.
which in another way is good because it forces you out of your comfort zone. You meet new people,
Mm-hmm.
new interesting people. You create like increase your friend groups, and it's like it's very nice.
Yeah.
And but sometimes it's very jarring. It's like it's scary.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
we all do things that if you want to develop in this life, you have to get out of your comfort zone. And the
Mm-hmm.
other one is basically like right now, I just finished graduation. I just graduated
Mm-hmm.
and I'm in a new city. I have no one close. My
Yeah.
support system, which was my friends who became my family, was yanked away from me because I have to travel somewhere to stay. And that is a whole new topic, like a whole new
Yeah.
reality that you have to get used to. And
Mm-hmm.
one thing is, we aren't told about that in
Mm-hmm.
college, that you should be prepared for living by yourself somewhere
Yep.
else with no family member, with no friend. You just have to
Mm-hmm.
figure it out, which is
Yeah.
like very shocking for me. I didn't expect it. I thought I would be fine. I'm okay
Mm-hmm.
without people, but it was a lie. It
It
was a
was a
lie.
lie.
It definitely was a lie.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
know. Yeah. Thank you so much for sharing that, because I think maybe we could like discuss loneliness in two parts. Like as you said, we could talk maybe like first about our college experience and
Mm-hmm.
how it was as an international student, how we faced our loneliness, and then we can maybe move on to like loneliness after college as an international student, because
Yep.
those affects us
Mm-hmm.
both. So going back to your college years, as
Yes.
this is what, 2 years ago for you, or like a year ago? No,
A year ago, I
a year
graduated in
ago.
May,
Yeah,
so
yeah, yeah. It was just a
not
year.
even a year yet, but
Not yet. You still have maybe 4 months.
but
Yeah.
still,
So it's not that far back in your
yeah.
memory. So going back to that young Wasila who
Mm.
came as an international student, what did you find, to be like most difficult, and what were some of the experiences that you faced that made you deal with the feeling of being lonely?
Okay. I kind of lived like a different life in Ghana
Mm-hmm.
before I came here. You know,
Mm-hmm.
when I was in Ghana, I wasn't mostly close to my family.
Mm-hmm.
I usually stay home, like sleep at home, and I'm either out doing my business and coming
Yeah.
back at home sleeping, or I'm in school in a boarding house, very away. But the thing
Mm-hmm.
was, I'm still closer to my family. Anytime I want to see my family, I just have to take a car, and
Yeah.
then within an hour, I will see them. So it wasn't something that I was missing. And
Right.
then I thought I'll be fine without my family, Then I got into the plane, I landed in America. Yeah, American dream. And boom, within the first week, I was crying. Like I could hear sick,
Yeah.
and I was just crying. I thought I didn't know how to cure that
Yeah.
until I spoke with one of the HRs of my house.
Yeah.
I went, I knocked her door.
Yeah.
She opened and I was like, I don't know why I'm crying. I'm just homesick. Can I just talk
Yeah.
to you? I spoke with her, talked with her. And after that, after the tears was out, I was okay. Even though I didn't see my family, I thought I was against that. Like, I don't need my family. But it wasn't true. Like, humans,
Yeah.
we are social people. So
Mm-hmm.
you have to be around the people you are used to. But yet, that is not how the world is. The world is not fair. You have to go out there to change stuff. So
Mm-hmm.
that was my first experience. And even though I met some of the international students, we formed this tight knit family and friends. It
Yeah.
was nice. It was still like I was missing something, right?
Right.
So I dealt with that. And
Mm-hmm.
then the other parts came when the people I was around almost all like decided to go away, which I
Mm-hmm.
was happy for them. I decided to go because I that was study abroad, right? I
Right.
decided not to go because I thought I was going because all of them were going. And the
Right.
program that I wanted to go and do was in Jordan and it was Arabic.
Yeah,
And
I
doing that would
remember
limit,
you applying
yeah,
to that program. Yeah.
bruh. Doing that would have stressed me in my final year because I had like
Yeah.
a lot of credit to catch up. So I decided not to
Mm-hmm.
go. And
Mm-hmm.
also my love for sports. So I needed to stay and have fun, not knowing that COVID would hit soon. So I took that opportunity to stay back and
Exactly.
had fun. But
Yeah.
then they left, and now I have to start a new support system, something
Mm.
that is very dear to me and something
Yeah.
that will help me through the system. So
Yeah.
I've had bits of experience with loneliness, and
Mm-hmm.
whichever gravity it is, it's not fun. Even if it's little, it's not fun. So
Yeah.
I think it's something that we need.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that because
Mm-hmm.
even for me in college, like when I was a first year, obviously like you were in I first year was the most difficult year for me
Oh yeah.
because not only you have to adjust to a new culture, to a new country, to a new school, to new people, to new friends. Like, every single thing is new. And at the same time, you have classes and you're trying to excel at these classes. And every single day there's homework, and every single day there's something due. And you see every you running around the campus, going to the library, doing this, doing that, and all of a sudden you're just like, okay, so what's going on with me? You have, I don't know. For me personally, I had, especially the spring semester, I was homesick. It's just like a combination of things that just happened at the same time that made
Mm-hmm.
it really hard for me to handle it. And so I just
Mm-hmm.
shut out everybody. Like I started just staying in my room, not going to class. Really, really bad. Um, but I did feel very lonely in that moment because my family wasn't close. My sister wasn't close. All my friends that I grew up, they're mostly in Ethiopia, and I'm, 7,000 miles away across the Atlantic Ocean, sitting in my dorm, crying, and just
Mm-hmm.
feeling like where everybody, like they left me,
Mm-hmm.
And even though I had friends, as you said, like that we bonded through, ISP and like other
Mm-hmm.
clubs that we took. And I just remember like I had this I was very sick that semester. Like she went and she bought like oranges and bananas.
Mm-hmm.
How many people would be like big fruit? And she was
Yeah.
that kind of friend, and she used to come, made my bed, and like she is like still one of my closest friends. And I still had people like that around me, but it still did not make me feel whole again. Do you
Yep.
relate with that?
I totally relate with that. Like, um, it's kind of shocking. Like America, the moment somebody in Africa hears that you're going to the US for college, they think you've hit the jackpot. But it's like, in as much as that sounds good, you've had this opportunity, you're going to
Yeah,
build your life, you're going to be better. There's
yeah,
still some dark side to it. There's you
yeah.
leaving as young as you are, leaving your whole family behind.
Mm-hmm.
There's you leaving your whole support system behind, coming into
Yeah.
this country with a lot of um things going on, issues and stuff. It's just a lot as a
Mm-hmm.
young, like, for you to handle. I think at points you have to be given a medal for just surviving. It's totally different for American students, those who are
Yes.
here.
Oh,
International students, if you
thank you.
survive, you don't commit suicide and you finish school, you get your degree and you do better. It's like you have to be given
Oh
an
my God.
award. It's not
Yes.
easy. Not everyone in your situation will survive that.
Oh my God. I'm waiting for that medal, honestly.
I totally relate with that. Like, I
Yes.
was shocked. I thought I went to the embassy. I was talking. Yeah, I know. Like this cultural shock. I'll be fine. Education wise, I'll be fine. Bruh, I came. I was crying. It was you. You remember me crying during
I
chemistry? I went and I was giving the first assignment. I came and met
do.
you at the library, and I was literally tearing
Yes.
up.
I know. I remember.
I cried a lot. Like that
I
is how I
remember.
release stress. I just
Yeah.
cry to let it out. It's like a
Yeah.
lot. I do relate with that, and
Yeah.
I wish sometimes I just sit down and be like, I wish there's a lot of information out there to
Mm-hmm.
international students to know what they are signing up for.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
In as much as it's fun, you're gonna be here, you're gonna be having fun. America is a great country and it's giving you a great opportunity, but there's still, as a human being, there's still something that you're gonna lose through the process. So you deserve whatever you're gonna get out of it. Nobody should talk down on you when you come out successful. So yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
that's great.
That's amazing. Okay, first of all, I really agree with what you said about like seriously, like when we graduate, I wish like they give us a medal for like international students who like survived those 4 years and
Ah,
still made it. Like that is
ha,
such a feat. Like
ha.
honestly.
Ah. I don't want to talk about it. It's like you have to get a medal for
Yes.
that, surviving
Yes.
that.
Yes. And
Everybody
I know
thinks
for
you're.
huh?
I said everybody thinks, and it's like there's a funny thing to this because I don't know, but Africa, like personally from Ghana, we weren't brought up to like in family and household. It's not like you talk about your feelings, how you're feeling, like your mother asks you how is things, how is your mental health. Like mental health are not something that we talk about. So you wouldn't even be asked about that. Everybody thinks you are okay, you're America, you are okay, you are getting money and stuff. So it's
Yeah.
not like something here that the Americans, they do speak with their family. They even have therapists who kind
Yep.
of talk to them if they are stressed. We don't have that. So you have that on top of that. Your mental health is messed up. So it's
Yes.
like, it's a lot. And I think a medal should be given. I don't know how we survive, but it's like you
I
just need a
don't know.
support system
Yeah.
to help you through this thing. Like I
Yeah. Yeah.
this,
I'm just like all of these emotions are like coming back now when I'm talking to you because like I don't know for like someone listening to this podcast like one might not really understand what we're talking about but like for school as an international student myself like the day I graduated I remember feeling like wow like it was not handed out to me just like that like I
mm-mm,
earned it I
you
cried
earned
for
it.
it like sweat
You
blood and
earned it.
tears like everything and it made it so much more worth to fight for
Mm-hmm.
it, because all those, late nights, all those things that you said to get, finally it's paying off. And I maybe we should start like give up medals for like international students. No,
I
we can
think
start
some,
with Smith. I'm serious. Like this is
yeah,
such a great idea.
definitely. Like,
Yeah.
definitely, I think that will help. That will boost people's morale to know that whatever they are doing is acknowledged, even though they are being given scholarships to study. Some of us pay, some of us don't pay. Yet it's the
Yeah.
effort that matters. People can easily give up, but yet we
Yeah.
go, it hits us, we get back.
Yeah.
I could say some of the international students are some of the best students in colleges because they know what
Yeah.
they've bargained for, what's like the
Mm-hmm.
amount of oceans they've crossed, the amount of kilometers they've
Yes.
like crossed to come for it. So
Mm-hmm.
they are serious, they mean business, and
Yeah.
it's a lot. You have to respect us, like the international students. So
Yes.
it's
You
just
heard. You have to respect us. No, honestly, Wasila. And me, like, even for me, when I was in college, like international students were the ones that I found who had the most resiliency, like the most hardworking students I've ever met are international students. And I even like speaking even okay, I'm not a person, but I still remember you like because I was an leader and I remember like your first year and I was like, oh my god, like I saw myself in you when you were struggling and I was like, this was me when I was a first year. Like, literally, that was me. And, if there was like some sort of, I don't know, counseling, like mentorship between international, at least you had someone to talk to,
mm-hmm,
to talk through your feelings, or like, if you meet someone from your country, or like you cook food and you eat it and make you feel better, even
mm-hmm.
for one day, like that is such a
Yep, yep, yeah. And it's even worse. There are some international students who have like a couple of family members or family members' friends around. So they kind of go off campus, they kind
yeah,
of feel at home a while. But it's
yeah,
kind of worse for people like me who have nobody here. Like,
mm-hmm.
you don't have a close relative. Even if you have host people here, you don't still get the connection you are seeking for. So
Mm-hmm.
it's still some sort of loneliness and isolation going on, and
Yeah,
it's just jarring. It's like it's not
yeah.
fun. It's just not fun. So sometimes you just have to get extracurricular activities that will get you out of like your mental state. And that was what I did. Like
Let's let's
I
talk
wasn't
about that
playing
because
with my
I'm
sports.
so excited about you. Can you please tell people what you did in your
What
extracurricular?
I did,
I'm just
I
so proud of you. That's it.
oh, but you do remember you telling me when I was struggling. Like I did come to you, be like, yeah, I used to run in
Mm-hmm.
Ghana, and then you'd be like, yeah, you can join and stuff. But I was really struggling in my first year, so I was like, I need to get my grades straight, get my good GPA, then I can add other stuff. So I
Mm-hmm.
spoke with you, and you kind of kicked some good words in my mind, and I saw the
Oh, yeah.
coach, the current coach, and we did all the paperwork, and I started running.
Mm-hmm.
So that was the beginning of my athletics career at Smith.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I wasn't a good, like, I wouldn't say I was the best, but I was trying my best.
I beg to differ. Excuse me. You won. You broke a record. Okay. What are you talking about? You were the best track and field athlete I've ever known in that college. Okay. Stop being modest. Like, you deserve this. I'm serious. You were a student athlete, Wasila. I was so proud of you. Okay. I'm just
Yeah. No. Yeah, of course. It's like I don't know. Mostly it wasn't like I didn't even know the records were there. For me personally, it was me getting away from academics, all the school stress, and then going to the field to physically stress myself, to physically build my mental health, and phically like build my muscles to be very nice. You know, I want to be nice looking and stuff. You know,
you look amazing.
That was
by the way.
I wanted to have fun, basically. Like, it was from passion, totally from passion. It wasn't from like somebody has to pay me. And in college to D3, we aren't even in college because of the NCAA rules. We are not paid for running or doing stuff. So it was basically from for passion. And I was having fun and I was breaking the record, and people were glad, we're happy seeing me as something else. Like, dude, relax, it's just me, I'm just having fun, you know. And I wouldn't say people think I was humble. They were expecting me to be acting differently after I have broken the record of 26, that is triple jump. And then I broke that is the indoor triple jump, and then I broke the outdoor triple jump, and I came and broke my own record. So it was a lot of record breaking.
Okay, this is just like, you are so modest. If I were you, I would be like broadcasting this information every year. Okay, move on. You are really modest. Okay, continue.
It was a testimony of me getting better with what I'm doing. You know, every week I was improving. Every week I was challenging myself. And I do remember my coach asking me that, how do I improve myself, or when it comes to competition, how do I go about it? And I was saying that in this life, I don't know what somebody has done or what training or what whatever thing somebody's going through. So I'm not going to compare myself based on what somebody's doing. If I'm going to be in a competition, I'm going to be in a competition with me. So if today I'm here, tomorrow I have to be better than that. If I get to the point at the person, like where the person is, then I can compete with the person. But if I'm not there, I'm not going to kill myself like to get there. So that was what I told them. They just look at me and was like, yeah, that is a good way of getting, like, competing with people. It's like, I don't understand how people are very competitive, because you don't know what the other person is going. So you just have to focus on yourself to develop yourself. And I think that is what kind of helped me go through like my sports. It's a physical thing. Triple jump is very technical, and if you don't take care, you can hurt yourself. I'm still dealing with consequences from like broken or bones. Of course, triple jump, like if you're breaking records, you should be overstressing your body. So it's like, I have issues that I'm dealing with. What?
Are you okay?
I'm okay, but it's like, you know, I gotta pay like some way, somehow, like with my body. So, but it's fun. It's like, I tell my friends that I've broken some stuff, and then they try to make fun of me, or like, and I'll be like, I don't mind if I die doing what I love. It's like, it's okay. I mean, I'm like, it's a peaceful thing for me to die about. Like, it's fine.
Yeah.
So I don't care. So that is a short story from sports. And I was, because of my, they think I'm doing a whole lot of miracles on the field. I kind of, I was appointed the triple jump captain when I was a junior, and then I was appointed again when I was a senior, which doesn't happen. Mostly it's just seniors who are appointed as captains, but I got to be a captain when I was a junior, which was an achievement. But it's a lot of things.
Wow. I'm just like, you're not a fan, you're just wow. Okay, I'm like trying to not get tired. I feel like I remember having the conversation with you. We were thinking about joining track and field, and you know, I have friends who have done, you know, what is it called, like, you know, who are student athletes, but that requires another level of discipline and balance and time management. But then I've also seen it with other people, how it has helped them perform more academically. So that was why I suggested that you might enjoy it, because you told me you did it in high school. So I was like, why not do it in college as well? And then when you
Yeah.
actually did it and you excelled, because this is what I observed, just from afar. When you
Oh,
do
wow.
something that you love, you're going to end up succeeding in it no matter what, because
Yeah,
it's
true.
something that you love, right?
Yeah.
And you have
Yeah.
found that. You have found your passion. And so what I'm thinking now is you have found a way to maybe not completely erase the feeling of loneliness, but at
Mm-hmm.
least, lessen the extent to which you feel it on a daily basis. Do you agree with
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, I totally agree with that. I think even finding myself in sports kind of lessen the time that I need to just sit alone and think about how lonely my life is, because I didn't have time, you know.
Yeah,
I
to
didn't
think
have
about
time
that. Yeah.
because after school, like mostly in the mornings we go to the gym, and
Mm-hmm.
like around 6 a.m. and close by 7, and then after 7 to like 3 there
Yeah.
is like classes going on, and from 3 to 6 p.m. I'm on the field running or jumping, and after that I have to come and sit down and do homework. So it's like
Yeah.
there's no time for you to think about how lonely you are. You are busy.
Exactly.
You are busy.
Yeah.
Academics is
Mm-hmm.
pulling you from one side. Track
Mm-hmm.
and field is pulling you from the other side. On
Mm-hmm.
Fridays, like on Saturdays, the whole of Saturdays, I'm outside competing. So I
Mm-hmm.
didn't have time to breathe. I didn't have time to think
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah.
And it's like right now I don't have anything to do. Everything has been taken away from, because one, I've graduated, I'm not running again, and two,
Yeah.
my friends are not here. It's like
Yeah.
a huge blow, you know. So
Yeah.
I have a lot of time to think and then start thinking negatively, like, oh shoot,
Yeah.
I'm lonely. I don't have anything to
Right.
do. And I wasn't the
Right.
kind of person who is very adventurous to kind of go outside and explore stuff.
Yeah.
And I didn't even get the chance to do that because I was
Mm-hmm.
busy. So
Yeah.
now it's kind of totally different. I have to push myself to go out there to meet
Mm-hmm.
people, which
Mm-hmm.
is a challenge. Like, I need to
Yeah.
be paid to go out.
No, nobody's gonna pay you to go out though.
I need to be moved
I
out.
know.
Like, it's a
Yeah.
whole lot of things going on. So yeah, in
Mm-hmm.
college I didn't have time to think about being lonely,
Yeah.
and I have people around me, even though there's still this part of loneliness, but
Mm-hmm.
it's totally different now. You know,
Yeah. Yeah. And we'll definitely talk about that. I
of
just want to
course.
say I'm like so proud of you. Like
Uh-huh.
seriously, I'm not just saying that to say it. Like because I have seen you grow from like your
Uh-huh.
first year to like your graduation, and seeing your growth and like seeing you prosper and thrive just gives me so much hope, and
Of
I'm very,
course.
very proud of you, Wasila. I
It
really wanted to
happens.
say that. Yeah.
Thank you. It happens when you have an amazing ISP mentor,
No,
like who is
no, I
there, who
didn't
sees
anything
yourself
though.
in you, who tells you to go in for it. So not
Yeah.
everyone has it. So I'm glad I met
Aw.
you and you were my leader, and
No.
you did kick me out though. So
Thanks. Yeah, of course. It goes both ways, honestly. And
yeah.
I also want you were an engineering major. That was one
Oh
of the
yeah.
hardest majors I remember.
Yeah.
And on top of that, an athlete. So I'm here. How did you do that? Like honestly, genuinely asking you, like how you managed to do that. I'm serious.
Um yeah. Sometimes I do sit down and kind of like see myself as an addition. I get out of my body and then
Yeah.
kind of think myself as another person, you know.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
kind of think about how did it work out? Like how did I get it
Mm-hmm.
to work out? But
Mm-hmm.
I think I figure out works best for me, what I'm able to handle and add more to it. So I realized that when I do something that requires a lot of reading, something that
Mm-hmm.
requires a lot of like understanding, like you have to sit down to actually comprehend, I'm not able to be myself. So
Mm-hmm.
that is even one of the reasons why I did engineering, because engineering basically is kind of you solving a problem, which I love, and then
Mm-hmm.
applying a formula. You just have to know how to apply the formula. So basically it was me trying anytime, like whenever I get the smallest chance, I study, try to master what was taught, and then I try to practice a lot, which is a lot
Mm-hmm.
of like problem solving, and I'm done for the day. So whatever problem I have, I can still apply. So I have a lot of time on my hand to kind of do extra stuff. It was like chemistry or biology that requires me to be reading textbooks. I think I wouldn't have been able to survive this. So I think engineering made it possible for me to have fun in college.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing that, because I learned that from your story that you were able to find what worked for you by taking different classes and then finding out that engineering works best for you. That's what you chose to do. I also mentioned here that some things that you did to help you deal with loneliness. I think it requires a level of discipline to wait, like even sometimes at 4, right, when you had to like away games and to train and to do all that every single day, builds you into an individual who not only knows how to manage, her time, but also has the discipline and health, the mental health, and everything online in that space. And you guys,
thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Like I know it's a lot, but I don't see that it's a lot. From you, if you're looking from other side, it's a lot and it's kind of impossible. But it's all about you putting your mind to it, and trying to enjoy it. Don't let it feel like it's something mandatory for you to do. Just see it as a passion and something you love doing. So I think that is what helped me. And it's a lot of commitment, and it builds you. It makes you very disciplined. You know that you have a lot going on, so you don't have time to waste. So anytime that you have to finish something that is required of you, so that you don't want it. Because at Smith or in colleges, if you are below a certain GPA, you have to drop out from the field or like from the sport. So you don't want to find yourself there. So there's a lot of things pushing you to be good, to be better. And that is like sometimes what you need to survive.
Yeah, I'm glad you did that. And I wanted to ask you, like, what were some of the other things that helped you deal with loneliness? Something that you did, that you had, like, what was it?
Okay, I would say doing sport helped me a lot, like dealing with my mental state and loneliness, because I need to, when you're running, you don't think how lonely you are. You have friends there. So when you are jumping, you don't think how lonely you are. So that helped. And also, if you need to get a therapist to talk about your feelings, in as much as you have a lot of people around you and a lot of things going on, there's still something that is nagging you. So I had to get like therapists to speak with, just to deal with my loneliness and issue, and friends. And sometimes I watch Netflix. Life is too difficult to worry about. And also, it was partly my part of not speaking with people at home quite frequently, and they develop the mentality that I'm always busy, so they don't call. And I also will be there like a week or two, I wouldn't call, and I would just send a WhatsApp voice note. And it was also messy because they are constantly not on WhatsApp because the data issue. So mostly if I want to speak with them, they are not there. I just have to send them a voice note and they will reply. So it was that, some people are lucky enough to have people constantly calling them and talking to them. I didn't have that, and I didn't build that. It was partly my relationship and stuff. I was kind of against about home. I wasn't mostly at home. I was always on the run. So when it came here, I thought, as I said in the beginning, I would be fine without my family because I'm always not around them. But I forgot that even with that, if I wanted to see them, it just takes me a little effort and a little time to see them. So I thought it's going to be the same in America, but it wasn't. It was like they are on another continent and I'm on another continent. And I was like, I should have done better. So
that's such an important, having that constant connection with your family back home could really help you, stay grounded and like motivated to even like study. Actually, to just feel like, oh, I have family, like, who cares about me? Like, I talk to them on